Bluegrass Jam Along is proud to be sponsored by Collins Guitars and Mandolins, each and every one built from the sound up in Austin, Texas. Hi, this is Matt, and you're listening to Bluegrass Jam Along, the podcast for anyone and everyone who loves bluegrass. Hey everybody, welcome back to Bluegrass Jam Along. This is not a briefing and it is not an interview, it's just a quick update on what's going on the podcast because there's been a little bit of a gap and I wanted to let you know what's happening. I was away on holiday last week and I had an interview recorded before I went, which was due to be edited and put out this week. And I had another interview to record this week, which is due out next week. But holiday went a little bit pear-shaped and I ended up in hospital for a couple of days. I am fine now, I'm on the mend, all is good, but it's just set me back a little bit. So I had to postpone one of the interviews and didn't get around to finishing one of them and just need a little bit of space this week to get back on my feet and get back to things. And also just, I've been reflecting while I was away this week. There's been a few weeks this year where I've missed the Bluegrass briefing. I haven't got round to putting one out. And I sort of suspect that I'm putting too much content out. I'm putting out 2 episodes a week at the moment. So I figured it's time just to switch things up slightly on the podcast to make sure that I keep putting out regular content, but it's the right quality, it's the right frequency, and I can make sure I've got time to do it all, because it is quite a big chunk of work to do 2 episodes a week on top of a full-time job and family and other stuff. So plan is I'm going to do 1 bluegrass briefing a month now, and it'll be a little bit longer. It'll contain, rather than just what's out that week, there'll be news, information, stuff. I'll work out the format as I go. It'll be similar to what it is now, but it may just be that it's got a bit more detail in it. And I'll kind of crack on with that. And then the rest of the month, the plan is to do an interview every week as normal. So be back to just being 1 episode a week. First week of the month will be a briefing and then it'll be interviews. Fear not, I have lots of cool stuff lined up. I'm pretty much booked up for the rest of this year with some really exciting things. I've got some really interesting interviews. I've got a couple of people lined up to talk to at IBMA while I'm there, which is really exciting. And I've got 2 more of the episodes where a previous guest comes back on and we celebrate a classic album. And I'm really looking forward to those 2 really kind of cool things to talk about. So lots going on. And before the end of the year, we'll hit the 500th episode of the podcast. So things are motoring ahead, but I'm just going to tweak things a bit and buy myself a little bit more time to make sure I got all this content out. That is it. I am fine. All is well. I just wanted to check in and let you all know what's happening because there's been a bit of a gap in the podcast and things are going to change a little bit. That is it. If you want to get in touch, you can email me, matt@bluegrassjamalong.com. Find me on social media. Let me know your thoughts, all of that stuff. But there is some really cool stuff coming your way. Give me a little bit of time while I get back on track and bed in the new routine and stuff. I don't know if the first monthly briefing will be in September or I might wait till post IBMA. I'm not entirely sure yet, but I will work it all out. I will get my calendar planned out, all the interviews slotted in, and I will be back on it. That is it. Hope you're all well. Have a great week. I will see you soon and happy picking. Bluegrass Jam Along is proud to be sponsored by Collins Guitars and Mandolins, each and every one built from the sound up in Austin, Texas.